Hello, everybody. Captain Marty Brill here on Monday, September the 15th. Already, we're halfway through the month of September, and our fishing report today will be focused on one thing, and that is the red drum, North Carolina state fish. Everything else is really kind of damped down a little bit with this weather, but I'll bring you up to date when I come back in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Captain Jay Cudworth of the Kokomo with Paradise Dolphin Cruises at Safe Harbor Marina in Wanchese. I want to invite you to take a ride out on the Roanoke Sound to see the majestic bottlenose dolphins up close. As a native, I'll be telling you stories from these waters as a boy growing up in Wanchese. Nature and history have combined to make this area unique, and I love sharing this special place with special people. So come on aboard with me and my crew and experience the real beauty of the Outer Banks. For more information, go online to ParadiseDolphinCruises.com. Again, this is Captain Jay. I look forward to seeing you soon.
Locally owned and operated since 1971, Billy's Seafood has been providing the locals and visitors of the Outer Banks with some of the freshest seafood you'll find. Not too far off the beaten path down Collington Road in KDH, Billy's Seafood has become a landmark for those seeking top-notch seafood at affordable prices. Billy's Seafood also has beer, wine, grandma's tuna salad, and other groceries as well. To see more, go online to billyseafoodobx.com. Billy's Seafood, putting fresh seafood on your table for over 50 years.
All right, not all of our listeners and people that are tuned in are local, but if you're in Ohio or Pennsylvania or Alaska or wherever you might be, we're blown out. We have had a lot of surf and sea going on over a week now. This is tough on these charboat guys, but I was talking to a friend last night, and I do know that a long time ago when I was a captain, we only fished 3 days the whole month of September, and this was back in the good old days, like the 1980s, and we were booked 7 days a week, booked every single day, and we lost them all. The other thing is these charboat guys, they work all the way through August to pay the bills and pay off everything they had to do in the previous spring in the boatyard and engine repairs and things like that. September and October is where they make their profit, and it really hurts when you lose a week at a time as you're going into the off season. But that's all there is. There's nothing to talk about offshore. Nobody's been out, and it doesn't look like anybody will be going out anytime soon. So we'll just ride it out, and we'll talk about what else is going on, and that is this drum bite. It is phenomenal. There are drum everywhere. I mean, they are on just about every pier. Wait a minute. Not just about every pier. They're on every pier. Hatteras Island, north of Oregon Inlet. The drum bite is just phenomenal. We're seeing 44, 45, 46-inch drum in good numbers. And we're also seeing some yearlings and some puppy drum. And now we're talking about the piers, mostly on the piers. There's some at Cape Point, and there's some up and down the beaches as well. But pier fishing on the end of Jeanette's Pier has been the epicenter. Nags Head Pier, Avalon Pier, Rodanthe Pier, Avon Pier. Who'd I leave out? I think, the Outer Banks Pier. So it's really good and very exciting fishing going on. There was a little bit of a bite on the Nags Head Pier, a spot bite yesterday, thanks to Tony Lombardi from WalkingAngler.com for getting that little bit of information for me. And you know where else they caught a drum? Well, you're going to have to wait to the back half of today's report, because it's a pier you probably don't even know about. And I'll be back to tell you that after we take this quick break.
Catch the vibe at Fish Heads Bar and Grill at milepost 18.5 in South Nags Head on the Outer Banks Fishing Pier. Open through the Thanksgiving weekend, we are the Outer Banks hotspot for oceanfront dining and all the good times. Kick back with 40 beers on tap, a wide selection of wine and sake cocktails, and the famous happy hour shrimp daily from 4 until 6. Weekends come alive with live music, while our open air pier setting offers unbeatable ocean views. Don't miss out. Your OBX adventure starts at fishheadsobx.com.
So the backcountry bite, the inshore bite, whatever you want to call it, it also has been really good. And the areas that are really reporting Hatteras yesterday had a bunch of boats that went out of Hatteras Harbor, Odin's Dock, Teach's Lair Marina, and they got out in the Sound. They caught bluefish, they caught trout, but mostly what they caught were drum. And they have quite a few in the slot in that particular group of boats. Then we've had boats out from the other side of the Sound, straight across Engelhard, Swan Quarterway. They've been doing really well on the big drum. We have a group fishing around Wanchese, on the southern tip of Roanoke Island, and you could draw a straight line from there over to Oregon Inlet and the Bass Knife Bridge, and that's about as much as I'll go into there. But the drum were in there schooling on top at times. I had a friend that went out last night by himself, wearing a life jacket, float pan filed, and several people knew where he was and when he would be back. So he was really careful about that. And he went out fishing by himself and caught 4 big ones, turned them all loose. So that was really, really good. But there's still trout. In fact, we're going into the fall trout bite, so that's going to be good. But I mentioned a pier that a lot of people in our coastal areas don't even know about, and that would be the Bell Island Pier. It is in Hyde County. How would I explain it? It's in Hyde County near Swan Quarter. It's a sound-side pier, free to fish on. And I had a friend who actually came and guest spoke at our church yesterday as a lay speaker. And when he was there, he was a few minutes late. And why was he a few minutes late? Because he had been out drum fishing on the Bell Island Pier and caught and released a 44-incher just ahead of church. So the good Lord must have been smiling on him. Congratulations. But you can. Now a lot of people don't know about that pier, but it's a great spot to go if you're over my way in Beaufort or Hyde County. And just goes to show you, that would be our far most to the west drum report. And we got them all the way over to Cape Point to the east and everywhere in between. So it is really, really good drum fishing. Now's the time to go do it while you have a chance. When the weather calms down and the offshore guys can get offshore, then the drum bite will fall off to nothing. So it's kind of an either or type of thing. And what could we expect for the offshore fleet? It was a great white marlin bite before this break, and I feel like we're going to have a lot of white marlin after the break. September is still a great month for white marlin fishing, and we're seeing the first yellowfin tuna of the year starting to show up. And as we roll into October, that's prime month for yellowfin tuna fishing. If you're trying to book for that time, I tell everybody I would book October 15th to November 15th and try to avoid the weekends. I say that a lot, but that's going to give you your best chance of who to go tuna fishing with and when to go. So that's it for our report. Hope you're having a great month, and I hope you're getting a chance to go fishing yourself. Remember, shop at your local tackle shops, and you'll be glad you did. You're going to get better pricing, you're going to get better bait, and you're going to get local knowledge. It's all the excuses you need to shop local. And have a great day. May the good Lord bless you.